she looking for that real one. Grind like that ghost, stunting on them folks. Got her liking all of my posts. That real one, chains all of my neck.
That you're artist yourself, Mr. Tru Wiz. Tell me about how you got started with that.
I was here to talk about books.
We're gonna get into the books.
Okay. Well, I've been doing music since I don't know, since I can remember. Young baby doing music. I did my first show. I think I was like 14 years old.
About 5 years ago, huh?
But recently, in like I think like 2012, I picked it back up and started doing something and dropped it again. And last year, basically, it was her again that was like, listen, you're gonna take this music and you're gonna do something with it. And I'm just like, all right. If you say you could do it, I'll write it. So I write, and it's just, to have somebody believe in your craft more than you believe in your craft, it forces me to have to live up to certain expectations. So, this year was like, well, last year really is when I really started taking that craft seriously. So now I'm all over the place, different shows. I just came back from Miami last night from doing a show with Yo Gotti. I got another one coming up with Young Jeezy this weekend. It's just shows all over the place, back to back shows, and like this quarter, it's ridiculous. If I can't even go through everything that's been happening within these last 2 months for this quarter, the beginning quarter of the year. It's just incredible.
How are you doing? Welcome back to Pillars of Success on CommunityTV1.com. I'm your host Earl, Sparrow. We have one last segment with our guest, our inaugural guest, and you guys are going to come back because there's so much more stuff that we got to get into that we didn't have time to for this show. You guys not only have a magazine and a website and an award show and touring and doing everything else, you guys are authors also. And you wrote a book, and I want you to read 2 snippets of it in Letters to My Daughters, Letters to My Sons. Tell me what the inspiration was for that.
Again, this was, I'm a published author now. How did that happen? I have no idea. It was something that she came up with, and she was like, I want to talk to my children, and I want to talk to my girls, and I suggest you talk to your boys. And I was like, what would I say to them? And I just started writing, and that's how we came up. Letters to my daughters, letters to my sons. It's telling our children basically the fundamentals of life: patience, prayer, self-worth, self-esteem, love, how to love. You have people that tell you love, 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 but what is love? How do you love? God is love. And then you got to break down that whole thing. And now you have to break this down to a 7-year-old so that they can understand in layman terms. So, that's how, the whole thing came together, through our inspiration.
That's some snippets about of that. And
I'm going to read a short chapter from the section, which is Letters to My Daughters. I wrote that section as a mom to my daughters, and Desmond wrote the section Letters to My Sons, speaking to the boys from a man's perspective. So I'm going to read the first chapter from Letters to My Daughters. It's entitled Beauty. Dear daughters, please know without a shadow of a doubt that you are beautiful. From the texture of your hair, to the color of your skin, to the distance between your eyes, to your crooked smile, to your fingers and your toes, to the shape of your body, just know that God makes no mistakes. He is the same creator of purple flowers, butterflies, and the vibrant colors of parrots. That same creator created you. He only knows beauty. So when you look in the mirror, I need you to know, without a doubt, no matter what anyone says, just know that you are truly amazing, wonderful, and absolutely
could you read one about the boys?
Yes. This is from Letters to My Sons. It's entitled Work, and that's written by Desmond. Dear son, work. One thing comes to mind when I think of this word, and it's a scripture that my grandmother showed me when I was around your age. 2 Thessalonians 3, verse 10, that if any would not work, neither should he eat, which means anything you want, you work for it. A man doesn't sit around and wait for anybody to feed or take care of him. A man feeds and provides for himself. You do not, and I repeat, do not wait with your hand out. You work for what it is that you want. Take this as one of the most important things I have ever told you. In order for you to have anything in this life, you have to work for it. Don't ask me why, that's just how it is. If you're anything like me, then that would make you a very ambitious person wanting a lot. There's nothing wrong with wanting things, but you have to work to get them. If anyone offers to give you things, be very careful because it usually comes with a price. With that being said, work hard for everything you need and want. There is nothing you can't do, as I told you before.
You know, I do music, and you know, but my main thing, I'm a black activist. You know, my main thing is, it pains me every time I turn the news on or every time I look on social media and I see another black man, young black man, killed by the hands of, you know, a police officer or whoever. Is very clear, and if you know, people don't see this, you have to be you're trapped in that web that's been concocted by the society to keep you in. That this whole system is against our people. This whole system, the whole system is set up to encage and continue to oppress our people. It was systematically set up, and I wrote that not speaking just to my sons, but speaking to sons all over that's the same color as my sons. You have, you know, I don't know what, I know I'm speaking on what I see. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's celebrities, there's big names out there. You have names out there that I'm not going to name because we know the names. We know these big celebrities. And, you know, the same way I'm sitting here right now speaking on this, I feel like these same celebrities should be speaking on this. I feel, you know, a Jay-Z, a Puff Daddy, a LeBron James, they're the same color as you. These are your sons getting murdered down in the streets like this. How can you not come on national television and speak about this?